Is that something that you have communication with someone like Willie Anderson or someone like Duke Manyweather? Do you have communication with those guys?
In some cases, yes. Some cases, no. With Evan, Evan's a hard worker and he's always trying to get better. So Evan, one, communicated with me. And both of those particular guys that you mentioned had reached out in one way, shape, or form. Um, and to be honest with you, the stuff that Evan was working on is stuff that we had discussed postseason. So it wasn't like a guy was going out and changing something you had no idea about and you're getting surprised by it. These are all things that we had communicated, whether it be after the season or during, the offseason with him keeping me informed. So my big thing with this whole thing is you got a guy who's a young guy, who's a talented player, who's working to get better at his craft. I got no problem with that. I'll never have a problem with that. So what he did this offseason, what he's working on right now, I give the kid all the credit in the world because he's a worker. There's some guys that, don't work on anything. They just wait till they come back. Evan's a worker. And for the most part, the whole group are really hard workers. They're always trying to get better, so I have no issues with that.
Do you think his stamp changes will benefit his pass block?
I do.
Why is that?
I do. Anytime you start tinkering things, it's a matter of a comfort level and a matter of efficiency. My big thing with a lot of guys is I don't care whether it's Evan, A.T., Ben Bredesen, John Mike, I don't care who it is. I want them to be efficient movers. I don't want any wasted motion in this league, especially in our division, the pass rushers that we have. If you waste movement, they are gone. They are on the quarterback. So big thing is just being very, very efficient with movements. And a lot of that starts with your eyes, which is stuff that we get to train when we're all together. But as far as being an efficient mover, wasting motion, playing to your strengths, avoiding your weaknesses, those are things I'll always promote and always encourage guys to do that.
What are your expectations for Evan this year?
My expectations for every guy in this group is to perform at a level to win. And that is, it'll never be any different. Whether it's Evan, go on down the list, pick a guy. Same expectation.
I don't know if you had asked. Did you have any thoughts? Did you have any thoughts on the dead snap?
You missed that. We started. I have no issues with it. It's really much ado about nothing. It's all about just different grip.
Did you ever been with a guy who used it there?
I've seen it used. I've been intrigued by it. I've never coached a guy that was his primary snap. But that's one of the reasons why you go work guys out. It's one of the reasons why you do the research you do in the draft process. I just had the benefit of his college O-line coach and I are friends, and we've been coached against each other way back when in the Mid-American Conference. So I was able to get enough information on it to feel really good about it. So
some fans look at Evan and the numbers and the pressures a lot, and they're panicked, But there's ample evidence of guys who take the next step in year two.
Correct.
Including your left tackle right now.
Yeah.
So what gives you the thought of that? This guy's going to grow and he's going to be a lot better.
There's always you look at any guy from year one to year two, and you typically see a increase or a leap in performance. Like I said before about Evan working, I have no reason to think that Evan is going to have a fall off based on how he works. We all want guys to. We all make the mistake sometimes. We want these guys to be perfect all the time. I can tell you this. There's guys that are really good players at their position. I'd be really, really hard pressed for any of us to find a guy who plays perfect. Find the great players at their position. They're not perfect. They just consistently are pushing to be perfect, and they wind up putting out excellent, results. Evan's a worker. All the guys in our group are workers, so I have no reason to believe that with the work ethic put in, the attention to detail, and pushing to be a really good player, that we'll see better results. I mean, you got to think about this. Rookies, every game they see something new. Now all of a sudden, year two, he's got that library of things he's seen. Now all of a sudden, it's not new to him. It's something that now he can have some confidence. Oh, I've seen this before, and I can react accordingly.
Sorry.
Yeah, good. You got it.
God.
Let's rock, paper, scissors for it.
What about Josh Ezeudu, talking about guys making
Yeah.
a leap from year one to year
Yeah.
two? What are your expectations for Josh?
My expectations for Josh, like I said before, are the same as anybody, to perform at a level to win. Josh is calming down, and he's got everything under control as far as he's got rehab really well from the injury. It's another year in the system. He has confidence in what we're doing. He's some things we've decided to work on from a technique standpoint. He's really taken in and worked hard at. I'm seeing good results. I expect to see even more when we get to training camp.
I was just going to ask, sorry if you've been asked this, but
No.
John Michael and kind of starting as a center as a rookie, how that's going and that competition.
Right now, he's progressing quite well. As I said before, he's got all the intangibles we look for. We've got all the physical traits we look for, and we'll find out more as we get to training camp, because right now we haven't been able to hit anybody. So, but from all the things that we can do, he's progressing the right way. He's in a good situation as far as being in the room we're in. We got a bunch of real good pros. We understand this. We're only as strong as our weakest link. So all the veteran guys that know the answers to the questions, they're helping him because they want to see him progress as well. Because they know if he goes into play, he has to play at a high level. So he's doing all the work that he needs to do, but he's also getting the right help from the guys in the room that he needs to get. And we'll find out more when we get to training camp and all of a sudden we put pads on. It's going to be an eye opener the first day he has to block decks. It's an eye opener for Bradbury at Minnesota who had to block decks. He never had to block them before. This is gonna be the first time he has to block a all-pro defensive tackle. And I'm sure he'll go out there and he'll give it his best effort. And at some point in time, he'll fail. He'll learn from it, and he'll go and he'll get better the next rep. That's all we can hope for.